Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Eating While Broke. I'm your host, Coline Witt, and today we have very special guest comedian Justin Whitehead in the building.
How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for giving us the time.
No, it's nothing. I appreciate being invited.
I like a good free meal, and I guess
Me too.
I guess on this show it's gonna be a budget friendly meal.
Yes.
So what are you gonna
very
be
much
having
so.
me eat today?
I will be having you eat chicken and rice today. That is something I don't care where you are, what group you belong to. You eat chicken and rice in some form or fashion. It might be fried chicken and rice. It might be orange chicken and rice. But you get where I'm going. You still eat chicken and rice.
Justin, you were really sweet because you worked with us today, but I know your original meal was Popeye's chicken.
Yes.
So take me back to the era of the Popeye's chicken and rice era of your life.
Well, I ate more just chicken and rice than I did Popeyes because I only ate Popeyes when they had the $6 big box. You laughing? Shit, Popeyes
I don't know if I'm
is
laughing
not
at
cheap.
that or
You know,
if I'm
you-
laughing at your accent. Your accent is so strong. I'm sorry. It
Well,
reminds
yes,
me of
I'm
the
from-
Forrest Gump movie a little bit.
Well, damn.
It doesn't like when you like the big box.
Yeah.
Like, you know, mama
Yeah.
said get a box of chocolate. You know.
I see what you think of me. No, but no, seriously, Popeyes is I'm gonna get up and walk the fuck out if you gonna keep laughing at me. We ain't gonna make it through. We ain't gonna even get to the chicken. But seriously,
I
no.
love your accent. I'm in love with this accent.
I appreciate it.
I'm so sorry. Sorry, Justin. All right, go.
Nah, I'm bullshitting. But no, seriously. Popeyes is expensive. You don't just go to the
I'm so sorry. All right.
No, you
Continue.
good.
Go ahead.
Get it out.
I'm
But
gonna
no.
be imitating you for the rest of the night.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Don't let my vernacular and the way I pronounce my words hold us up any longer.
Okay.
But no, seriously, Popeyes is expensive. You don't just go to it and you know, if you ain't got no money, if you're on a budget, you don't go to Popeyes. You might hit churches or somewhere like that, but you don't go to Popeyes.
It's so strong. Okay.
Would you prefer that I talk this way? Maybe we could continue if I speak a little more.
No, I love your accent, but you can start cooking for me.
Oh, you ready? Okay,
I'm ready.
cool.
Yeah, start cooking.
Is this hot?
Yeah, I preheated it for
Okay,
you.
cool. I appreciate that. You know, they told me to come to your podcast.
Yeah.
They said she preheat the shit for you and everything. I said that's where I'm going.
So tell me what was going on at the time of chicken and rice, Popeye $6 boxes and all that.
I was broke. Shit.
Yeah, but tell me what was going on, like the whole setting. Like, are you
okay.
living at home with your parents?
No. Living at home with my folks, I ate good. Yes, I'm talking about a meal every day. But
Like 3 meals a day.
I ain't gonna say like that. It just was a decent meal. It was a full meal.
Did you grow up poor, 2-parent household?
No, I wasn't poor, but I wasn't rich.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't.
Were you like middle class family?
For my neighborhood, I guess, because my mom was a teacher. She taught second grade for like 20 years, and then she became assistant principal for like 15. My dad was a fireman and a paramedic. So we was cool, you know what I'm saying? But it was 5 kids. So,
that's a lot,
you know, yeah. So, you know, we weren't poor, but you just don't get every damn thing you want. You're not spoiled or whatever. But
Yeah.
I did not miss anything. I didn't lack for anything. So, you know, I don't have one of those poor ass stories. You know, my lights was on. We had washer, dryer, cable, own room.
You had your own room with
Oh,
5
hell
kids? You didn't have to share nobody?
No, I'm telling you, okay. Well, 2 of the kids wasn't in the house. My mama had a son and my dad had a son before they got together.
Okay.
So my dad's son was with his mom, and my mama's oldest son was gone. He was grown, like he was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that's okay. You can have your own room.
Yeah. It was just 3 of us in the house.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Oh.
we was good. My
Okay.
mom and dad are still together, 37 years.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
So now let's go back to, okay, you're on your own. You're not getting the
Yes.
meals every day.
That's when I moved to Atlanta to pursue my comedy career.
And where are you from originally?
I am from DeSoto, Georgia. It's like 2.5 hours south of Atlanta.
Okay.
So that's when I started the struggle meals. Where you on the budget and shit like that. But yeah, I was cooking anything then that you could just throw in some hot grease or in the oven.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's where the chicken came from. As you can see, it's still thawing out. This is the Tyson chicken.
Yeah, and that's pre-cooked, so all you have to do is really heat it up. I try to save
See why? Now you answered your own question.
So you were pursuing comedy.
Yes.
Where did this love for comedy come from?
Well, to be honest, I've been infatuated with comedy my whole life, but I never wanted to do it.
Okay.
It was never. If you ask anybody that knew me growing up, they would never tell you that I said I wanted to be a comedian. Now, if you was paying attention, you may say, okay, that was something. I see it because I've always been obsessed with it. I never wanted to watch anything else. I never cared about anything else. Well, I take that back. I was obsessed with it as a kid, but when I found out that it was actually medicine, that's when I became infatuated with it.
What do you mean medicine?
It heals you, and it saved me from a lot because I had a real dark childhood, and it saved me. You know what I'm saying? It healed me. It was so when I saw what it could do for me and what it could do for my dad. That's
when you say you had a dark childhood, what are you talking about?
I had I was bullied a lot in school, not beat up, just picked on because of I wasn't like all the other kids. I was always different. I carried myself different. I moved different, and then with your mama being the teacher and stuff at school, it's just they just find shit to pick on you about. So that was one thing, and then my daddy was really, 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 really hard on me growing up. Marine, just so I was dark a lot. But when I saw comedy made him a nicer person, I used to go out and find it just to keep him from whipping my ass.
You would go out and find the tapes, or you
The
would just
tapes,
start to
DVDs,
learn?
whatever. I wasn't studying it because still at that moment I didn't want to be a comedian.
But you were finding the content to give to him.
To play, just to get him in a better mood because he had so much on him. He was just always just this mean, mad person. And comedy was the only thing that took him out of that. That was the only thing that took him out of that made him the person that we wanted to be around. Made him smile, made him laugh, and that's something we didn't get to see.
Did everyone else catch on to that secret medicine, or was it just you and you didn't share it with the whole house? Like, yo, if we get a bunch of comedy around him, he'll be in a better mood.
It was nothing that I had to share. It was just, I think everybody just pretty much caught on because it was very obvious, like what makes my daddy happy or what makes him laugh. So, first I would just pay attention to who made him laugh. And then I would try to go out and find comedians that would make him laugh. Like RNASJ. He won't make it through a whole RNASJ set because he's going to die. He loves RNASJ. And a lot of the people who was on Comic View. So whenever Comic View used to come on, I would go back in his room and watch it with him and kind of take notes of whatever comedians made him laugh. And then I'll go out and try to find like whatever they was on. Like if I catch them on the cover of a DVD, or I'll look them up on the internet and see what type of show they might be on. And that's when my love for comedy just really skyrocketed because not only is he watching it, I'm watching it too. And it was just.
Did it become like a bonding experience between the both of you after a while?
Yes, because to be honest, he introduced me to comedy. Like part of me believe he wished he could have been a comedian. He just didn't do it because my dad had to go to prison when I was a kid, like 3 years old. He was a police officer, and he wasn't the most honest police officer. So
Was he like Trading Day police officer?
very much so.
Okay.
Yes,
I know a couple of those still in
yes.
LA that are rocking. It's
very,
crazy. Yeah.
very much so. But in fact, since you brought up Training Day, his partner was a white guy who rolled over on him. He got caught doing whatever they were doing, so they gave him chances. Say he did it and gave him immunity. So my dad had to go away for a little while. He came home, and when he came home, he was on some other type of comedy. I was always obsessed with it as a kid. So before him introducing me to the raw comedy, I was looking at stuff like Mr. Bean and Sanford, and not Sanford and Son, because it's the difference. Like, I would look at whatever my grandma would watch. When he came home, he put me on the Dolomite, Rudy Ray Moore. He put me on Bernie Mac. He put me on the Red Fox albums, and not just him on TV and stuff like that. That's when I saw it was a different Eddie Murphy, other than Beverly Hill Cops 3 or whatever. That's when I saw the first 2 Beverly Hill Cops, Trading Places, 48 Hours and stuff like that. And then that's when, like I said, that's when I really just fell in love with comedy for real. That's all I ever wanted to watch. That's all that ever intrigued me, to be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, to sum all of that up, it was medicine.
Okay, so then you move out on your own. Is this after high school?
Yeah. It was a while after high school, because up until my senior year in high school, I wanted to be an attorney.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to do nothing because I don't like attention. I'm shy. I'd just rather be in the background. I wanted money. I know that. I always knew I was going to do something. Even as a kid, I knew I was going to do something on a grand scale. I just didn't know what it was. So it was like we had a senior project. I don't know if everybody do it, but at my school we had a senior project. And doing the senior project, you had to, I think like at the end of it, you go into the library and apply for colleges or something like that. And it was my turn to do it. And we sitting in front of the computer, and they're like, choose 3 schools that you're interested in going to. And I did not have one. I want to be a lawyer, but I don't want to go to school. And I'm like, I'm tired of it. Like, for real. Like, I'm tired of school. I don't feel it anymore. And I'm the type of person, I'm not going to waste time. I'm not going to waste money. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going. And all the teachers was like, you think your mama going to allow that? Because they knew her. They co-workers or whatever. And I'm in the back of my mind.
Teacher.
Right. At this moment, she's an assistant principal.
Oh, shoot.
Right. So I'm like, I really don't give a fuck. It is what it is. So, it wasn't a conversation that I was just ready to have with my parents. And by that time, anyway, I wasn't even staying in my parents' house anymore. I had moved out with my grandma because me and my dad just wasn't getting along. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really care what anybody thought.
It was easy to deliver the I'm not going to college news from the grandma's house, too.
Well, I would have delivered it from anywhere because you can't make me go.
Okay.
Yeah, but my daddy wanted me to go in the Marines anyway because that's what he did.
Oh, okay.
But I felt like I've been living with him all these years. I've been in the Marines, so I ain't no need of me going. My mama, surprisingly, she was like, school ain't for everybody.
Okay, go, Mom.
But you got to do something.
Okay.
But it was, I've watched her get her master's and leadership degree and stuff like that, and I just knew she was gonna be like, I wanted you to go to school. I had so many plans, but nah, she was like, do something. So I ain't gonna lie, I got out of school in 2006. I didn't move to Atlanta and start pursuing my dream until 2012. I just used that time to find myself because I really didn't know who I was. I really still don't. But
and in that time, were you working regular jobs?
I worked maybe 3 regular jobs before I figured that I was not a good employee. I worked at a cell phone company. That's back when Sprint and Nextel had the chirps.
I remember that.
Yeah. I worked there for a little while, and then it went out of business because it was actually in the mall. So that store went out of business, and I just was like, fuck it. I went and got a job at Dillard's in the mall, and I was selling men and women fragrances in the mall, and that's where my love for fragrances, kind of took off also. But I worked there, and after Dillard's, that was it. And that's when I really began to kind of
make a choice.
Well, yeah, somewhat. I started doing other shit. That's when I, kind of dabbled in the streets a little bit.
Dabble in the streets, doing what?
Well, I wasn't selling cologne in the streets then.
Okay.
But no, yeah, I end up catching some charges. I beat the charges, and that's when I just, it's like I know what I need to do now because I wasn't good at nothing else.
Okay, and what was that decision? Comedy?
Yes, because
Okay.
I wasn't good at nothing else. It was just like I could not eat without thinking about comedy. I couldn't sleep without thinking about comedy. It was just, that was it. It had become my life. It had taken over.
Okay.
So I knew I had to do it.
Okay.
Because it was like, I really believe in God. Like, I'm a firm believer. So I knew, like, I heard it. I knew it was a conversation. I knew he was talking to me. Like, you go and do it. Go and do it. But I just was trying to do what I wanted to do, and I ended up getting in trouble. I beat those charges, and
that's when you made the decision.
oh yeah, it was like I made a deal with God. I was like, you get me out of this, I'll go and do what you want me to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he got me out of it, so I knew not to play with it. That's one person you don't want to renege on a bet with. Yeah,
No, not at all.
No, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go and do it, and it's the only thing that has ever worked out effortlessly, to be honest.
Okay, so you start. Well, first of all, I'm gonna pretend like I'm God. Start cooking the chicken. Please start cooking the
So
chicken.
you get me in a conversation, I go talking all goddamn day. So
All you gotta do is dump the chicken.
Yeah, because I was about to say, I just used to put mine in the oven. I never just. This is fancy to me. I don't have to. I didn't have time for all of this. I just used to want to put mine in the oven, go back to my blunt, and watch TV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Look, you using the butter knife and everything. Use one of those. I'm a stay out the kitchen and just.
Hey, I was about to say, who cooking this chicken meal? You. I'm fucking this cat. You hold the tail.
Okay, so you start off in comedy, and you said it was effortless, as in like your first time going up, it was great.
Yes, and that was I couldn't get that laughter out of my head, and I knew, okay, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life.
So you got the laughter going, but how was the money going with the laughter?
The first show, it was good because I was still selling Avon, but
You're still selling that Avon. Okay,
yep,
got
I
it.
still selling.
I was talking about
Avon.
how was the comedy laughter and the comedy money, not the Avon
I wasn't
money.
making comedy money when
Okay,
I first started.
okay, so-
I didn't make any money until 10 years.
Okay, 10 years,
10
no
years,
money.
no money.
So
Everything is you get paid in exposure or favors and shit. I didn't make no money for 10 years.
Okay. And during that 10 years, what are your group around you saying at that time?
What do you mean? What group? Like the group of comedians
Friends.
or friends? Oh, I mean, you had a few that
Family.
you had some that was encouraging. Of course, you had some that would tell you, oh, you need to go to the military or you need to get a job or get learn a trade or some shit like that. Now those are the same ones. Oh, God damn it, I knew you can do it. And I'd be like,
You do that?
yeah, because you don't want me to reply. I'd be like, oh yeah.
Okay. So during those 10 years, are you still selling Avon?
No, hell no, because I caught charges trying to sell Avon, and that's
Oh, I
when
thought you
did it.
said after you did your
No.
first comedy show.
No, I did my first comedy show at home. I didn't do it in Atlanta because
Okay.
all right, I
but
was
you
kind of
said-
forced to get on stage
Okay.
because
So-
people in my neighborhood, they knew I was funny and they knew I wanted to do it.
Okay.
So they put a show together because they knew I wasn't gonna leave the streets alone to go do it. I was the fast money. That's all I really gave a damn about was the money. So it was a guy who I'm actually related to. He was he was in the military and he was doing something up here in Atlanta. He ended up going to Uptown when it was on Marietta Street, and that's when K-Dub was hosting like every Thursday night or every weekend or something like that. He got K-Dub to come to our hometown to do a show. So he was like, I'm gonna put you on it, but they gonna do the rest of the show.
Okay.
So in order to get people to buy the tickets, he put me on the show.
Okay.
So it was like, we're just gonna give you the, 5-10 minutes to go up front, and then that's it. So I got my set together. I did not like the first set at all. It just was horrible to me. And I started looking at interviews of my favorite comedians, and all of them said the same thing: be relatable.
Yeah.
So I just went back to the drawing board.
Okay.
And when I got on stage and delivered it, I fucked around and said a joke twice, but everything else was good, and I knew then, all right, yeah, I'm gone.
Okay. So 10 years, you're in the game doing comedy. At what point do you start making money? When does the transition happen?
Like 2017. That's when I started doing just like rant videos. I was ranting about whatever would annoy me.
Okay.
So, the videos will go viral, and you'll get a few slick ass comedians who are headlining thinking that, okay, if I get a viral person, I can throw them on the show and the tickets will sell or whatever. And it don't work like that in the beginning anyway. You got to really create a fan base.
So you start going viral off these rant videos.
Yes, just ranting about whatever would annoy me. And it worked. But I mean, that's where I started to build a fan base. When I started doing my 600-pound life videos, that's when it just
skyrocketed.
Yeah, I don't even know why people like that shit. It was nothing that I planned to do. Like
Tell the backstory on how you got to the 600-pound life.
COVID. When it shut everything down and comedians couldn't get out and do comedy, it was just like this. It was almost like sexual frustration. Now you can kind of duck off somewhere and relieve your sexual frustration, but that comedy itch, you can't do it. If you have a nice following and you can go live on social media, that kind of like Oragel, you know what I'm saying? It'll temporarily relieve it. But if you really just gotta get it off, you gotta do something more. So again, I had started to rant. I would just sit in my car and smoke and just talk to the camera, just go live with my followers. But I ended up one night I was actually getting ready to do that. I was rolling up a blunt. I was about to go outside and go in the car and do my video. Well, my godson was with me because they was out of school. He was already like familiar with the show, My 600-Pound Life. So he was watching it. So it caught my attention some type of way. I don't even remember, but I'm looking at it and I'm giving my honest opinion about it, not even knowing that he, live or whatever he was doing. So the video that he did ended up getting like 30,000 views within a day or two. And he don't even have any following or nothing like that. So I was like, I ought to try it on my own shit.
Yeah.
Just to see where it goes.
Yeah.
So the first time I did it, it got like 1 million views in a day and a half. Well, it's probably like 30 hours to be honest. It wasn't even a day and a half to be honest. So
so the light bulb went off?
I mean, it was it was more yeah, you can say that. Cuz it was like I'm just going to do it now to take advantage of this shutdown.
Yeah.
Cuz everybody's just tired of everybody has binge watched everything. Nobody's really paying attention to TV.
Yeah.
So it's whatever's on the phone, and that's when a lot of people really popped off during COVID time because everybody was just looking at social media and shit like that. So I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna take advantage of it while we're just sitting here, stuck in the house. And then it became a demand. Like I would go live just to go live, and then you would see people in the comments saying, "Oh, we thought you was watching TV," or I'm like, "Well, fuck me then. I don't, I don't matter. You want me yelling at the TV, so that's all they want." When I really saw how crazy it was, I sold like 500 tickets in Birmingham just so people can come and watch me yell at that shit. They don't give a damn. I would do an hour and a half of stand up on stage. They love it. But that 600-pound life, that's what they come for.
That's crazy. Does that still shock you to this day?
Yes. I am. Yes.
Is it a little frustrating?
Uh,
Because you have this comedy but then you have this like accidental hyper niche.
it is to a certain extent, because it's more to me than that, and it was never supposed to just be that. I don't want nobody thinking that, you know, I'm really that mean person who, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I just don't want to be stuck doing that. I want to be put in a box.
Pigeonholed.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't want to just be doing yelling at the TV or doing 600-pound life content, because, like I say again, it's more to me than that. But if that's what gonna keep those tickets, I will yell at that motherfucker till I need.
Does it start to feel like work after a while?
Nah, it's fun. Because like I said, I never really just worked before. I've had a few jobs. I don't do anything that feels like work. I don't scratch unless I itch, and I don't dance unless I like the beat. So I'll go without.
Okay. I like that.
Yeah. But I ended up selling Avon. So
You ended up going back to selling Avon?
no, I'm talking about back then. So
Oh.
yeah. So it really didn't matter. Like, I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, keep working. I just chose to do that because I'm not a good employee. I don't want to feel like I'm working. I don't want to answer to anybody.
So now your income is mainly off of just comedy and the reviews of these shows.
Yes, and I would like for you to say that again. That is where my income come from.
Why are you saying it like you still sell Avon?
No, I'm just being funny. But no, yeah, I don't even have the desire to do anything else, to be honest. I'm too scared now. It's like when I beat those charges, it was like the judge just took my nuts and pride too. He was like, "Give me them. You don't need them anymore." Because I'm not doing that shit. That took me through the wire. I went all the way to the end. I've seen people cop pleas. I've seen people tell on people and everything to dodge the type of shit I was on. But it was just this belief I had, like, I ain't going to jail.
But you didn't get to experience not one day.
No, when I first caught the charges, yeah. Yeah. I had, okay. All right. Fuck it. It's public record. I had possession of cocaine.
I love anytime someone says, fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's fuck
Okay.
it. I had possession of cocaine, possession of firearm, aggravated assault on a police officer, attempted to elude, obstruction of officer, tampering with evidence, abandonment of a dangerous drug, and was that 7 or 8? Because I think I had 8.
That sounds like a lot. I would have been
I did.
scared.
Okay,
Yeah, you was
because-
making deals with Jesus.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you that I didn't know what I did was gonna give me all those charges. I'm thinking because I got
tampering with evidence.
yes,
Trying to
because
get rid of the evidence.
that's when I learned that you can get one charge and get 2, because obstruction of officer and tampering
Obstruction.
with
Did you hit an officer? What is obstruction of officer?
No, obstruction of officer. Anytime you are obstructing them from doing their job, like if you lie to them.
Oh, my
they
gosh.
trying
So
to
they
run
was
your
just
name.
giving you-
But no,
yeah.
I ran from him. I
Oh.
pulled off. Yeah, because I had a.
You had a gun on you too, right?
Hell yeah! And everybody know cocaine and drugs don't mix. I mean, cocaine and guns don't mix. You can get one, but you weren't getting both of them off me. So he wanted both, so I drove off with his ass hanging in my window, and that's how I get that.
Hanging in your window?
Yes,
Hanging in the window?
I will get the damn
I
tape
thought you were
from my
gonna say
attorney and show it to you.
I thought you were gonna say you were driving and you
Nope.
try to chuck it out and then stop
Nope,
and then
nope.
let him.
I beat these charges. It's no double jeopardy. I can tell you the story. He pulled me over. But he already had some foul shit on his mind because he knew I sold dope.
Okay.
So he just figured, oh, got your ass. I'm gonna pull you over today and see what you got on you. So when he pulled me over, he kind of like didn't come all the way up on my car, and he kind of turned his car to the right a little bit so the camera wouldn't get everything. I didn't know that until I saw the dash cam when my lawyer got the discovery. But anyway, he walked up to my car and he cut his recorder off coming up to my car.
Oh shoot.
So he came up straight to my car. He was like, "Where the guns and where the dope at?" And I'm like, "I got a gun or 2 in here, but I don't know about no
You
dope."
said you had a gun in
Because
there?
it was legal.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I had a legal gun, but
Okay.
the cocaine ain't legal, so of course I'm gonna admit to the gun. So he was like, he said I had one of my guns between my seat and my emergency brake. I used to always keep one right there in case I can grab right here, and I had one in my door in case I had to grab over there. So he was like, for my safety, stick your hands out of the window so I can reach in and get the gun. So my wrist, you see how small my shit is. I stick both my wrists out the window like this so he can get the gun. No lie. He put one hand around both my wrists, and he leaned in and he grabbed my gun from between the seat, and he put it on top of my car.
Okay.
This point, my sunroof is open because it's a sunny day. I'm just riding. But all right, go back.
Don't tell me the gun falls.
No, not then. Okay. So, so he was like, when he reached in to get the gun, let me go back a little bit more. When he first pulled me over, I was so nervous. I took the dope and put it in my pocket. At this point, them slim, tight-ass 501 Levi's were popular. And when I pulled my hand out of my pocket, about that much of the plastic came out too. So when he reached in to get the gun, he saw the shit. Because I'm turned like this. So he sees the plastic hanging out of my pocket, but he don't see the dope because all of it is in my pocket. He see the plastic. So he like, he come out sniffing hard as fuck. So he was like, is that marijuana hanging out of your pocket? Still holding my wrist. So I look. I be damn.
You didn't say that. Well, you just.
Yes, I did to myself. Yes, I did. So he was like, he said, is that marijuana hanging out your pocket? I said, nah, it ain't marijuana. He said, what is it? I said, bro, if you let me out, I just give you everything. Just let me out. I want to run so I can get rid of it.
Okay.
But I'm in the middle of no fucking where. I mean, nowhere. Cotton fields and everything on the side. If I run, I ain't going nowhere. I just want to get this shit off of me.
Yeah.
So he was like, I can't let you do that. So at this moment, and this is a true story, I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
But wait,
on
you
my
had
mama.
2 guns in the car, didn't you?
Yes.
So, but you didn't tell him that there was a second gun in
It wasn't his business. He'll find that if he would have let me get out. But that's we have to get to that.
Okay.
So I know everybody have seen these movies where God just come in at the last minute and it's like he just opened the sky and the sun shine down on some shit.
Yeah.
On my mama, I promise you, I swear to God, this is what happened. When he telling me he can't let me out, it's like God made the sun shine even brighter through my sunroof and shine on my gear shift. I was
on your what?
On my gear shift, the gear.
Oh, gear shift.
I was so goddamn nervous when he pulled me over. I never put my car in park. I'm sitting there with both feet on the damn brake. Oh no, this real shit. So he's standing there, his hand on my hand, telling me he want this cocaine, and both of my feet on the brake, and this bitch still in drive.
Okay. And his wait. And his head's still in the car, right?
He should have got out the goddamn way. So what happened was he had a chance to move though because we was in the grass and I had an Audi A4 back then with front wheel drive, so it's spinning in the grass. He said, "What you doing?" I said, "You better move." He's still trying to hold my shit. I took my knee and got the wheel in the front wheel and on the pavement and stomped that motherfucker again. I see you. So he jumps back, runs to his car. Mind you, I told you he parked back a little bit because he was on some bullshit, so he had a little bit to run back. I'm already around the curb. I bite the top off the plastic and pour the dope out. And then I get up the road a little bit more and drop the bag because you might as well just keep the dope if you're going to throw the dope out in the goddamn bag.
Yeah, okay.
So
You were thinking smart, by the way.
No, that's all God. I ain't that fucking smart. That's how I know. I'm telling you. Because
I don't even think I would have thought that far, but go ahead.
I wasn't thinking that far. My heart beating fast as fuck. I don't know what's going on. When I finally get rid of the dope, and the gun rolled down my fucking windshield and off the damn car, I'm like, nigga, you running from the police. And at that moment when I said that, I saw police coming in front of me. His ass was behind me, and the side road, they were coming. And the police in front of me was from a whole nother county. So I knew I'm not finna cross this shit. So I just pull over and get out the car. Because I got the dope on me now. Whatever, we can take this.
And the gun is lost, right?
One of them. So I can take this attempt until you lose. And whatever, just give me that shit. That's what I'm thinking. So when I get out of the car or whatever, I do what I see people do on TV. I get on my knees and hold my hand up. He said, "Get on the ground." I said, "I'm on the ground." He said, "Lay on your stomach." I said, "All right, don't shoot me." So he came up, he hopped on my back, he put me in handcuffs, he just ripping through my pocket. He said, "Where is it?" I said, "I don't know what you're talking about." He said, "Where is that plastic?" I said, "Man, I ain't have no goddamn plastic." He said, "Why did you run?" I said, "Because you were trying to choke me." So that moment, I did not know he cut his recorder off and he did not get it on camera. That's just me saying shit.
Yeah.
So the other cops that's coming behind us, they pick up my gun that fell out the car. And the cops that was in front of us, they pull up, ask everything all right or whatever because it's out of their jurisdiction anyway. They were just going to cut me off or take over if I crossed over into their county. So they turned on and went out their way, went on about their way or whatever. The dude who's coming from the side, he went back to look for the dope. And the guy who bought my gun, he went back to look for the dope. Now, mind you, I told you I poured it out of the bag.
You was the smart one.
Yeah, that was over with. So what happened was they went back, they came back, they said, the only thing we found was a gun. There's no dope on the road, no marijuana, no cocaine, no nothing. Okay, cool. Thinking that's it. Buddy, take me to jail. He charged me with
8 charges.
Not then. No, he charged me at that moment. It was attempting to elude, obstruction of officer, aggravated assault on the officer because he was hanging out of my window when I drove off. I did not know that shit. Anytime you put somebody's life in danger, any of that, that's aggravated assault. So they gave me that shit. I think that was it at that moment. So they booked me at the station. An hour later, while I'm still in intake, he calls back up to the jail and say, add possession of cocaine. He goes back to the scene and pick up the bag, and it still had some crumbs in it. But they had to add the charges because he said it, but
there's no telling them.
You can't prove that it was mine. You know what I'm saying? So they added the charges. So when they added the cocaine charges, I bond out from just possession of cocaine or whatever. He gets back to the jail with the chief of police and decides, oh, we can charge him with a lot more. So that's when they add the abandonment of a dangerous drug.
He took it personal.
Tampering with evidence.
Is that when you start doing your deals with Jesus?
Sort of, kind of, because I had to go back to jail. I had to turn myself in to bond out on the new charges. So I'm like, y'all fucking with me. They took my car. I had an Audi A4. They took that. They took my cash. They took both of the guns I had. They took my pepper spray. They took my baton. They took my knife.
I mean, you have a lot of weapons. You traveling.
Oh yeah, you come between me and my Avon, you gonna see what.
Okay.
But nah.
I mean, yeah.
But no. So when it was time to go to, well, of course it used to bother me a little bit, but I didn't really, for some reason, I don't know why, because I worry about everything. I'm always worrying about something, but that didn't really bother me. I don't know why it did not bother me up until I went to court. I used to say all the time, people used to ask me about, I don't care about that shit. And they used to get mad like, nigga, you can go to jail for a long time about this shit. And I was like, I'm not tripping because I wasn't really focusing on it. So when I hired my attorney, he was like, we're going to ask for a speedy trial. I said, for what? He was like, because we're not going to give them time to build a case. He was like, this is bullshit. So he said, let's just go ahead and do it. So I ended up I got arrested December 18, 2011. I went to court July 6th. No, July 16th, 2012. So it was like, what, 6-7 months or some shit like that? So the first day I went to court, it was supposed to be like one day. But they was on some bullshit. Like, mind you, I told you I threw the dope out the window. Yeah. So the judge was like, after the first recess for the first day, he was like, before we bring the jury in, I've heard y'all mention cocaine, but I don't see any on the table. Where is it? So the DA was like, Your Honor, it's at the crime lab or something like that. So he was like, I tell you what, if y'all don't have it in here tomorrow, I'm gonna throw the cocaine out.
Oh, nice.
Bullshit. They come in out the next day with a half 8 ball cocaine.
So that's tampering on their side, right?
It's doing whatever the fuck they want to do. They try it. Now, mind you, I had crack cocaine. They come in with powder cocaine.
You're hilarious.
My stupid ass, when I see them coming out with that shit, I look at my lawyer.
Please don't tell me you said, I had crack, not coke.
You better damn know I did. I told him, I said, look here, I had crack. I don't know what the fuck that is. He said, you didn't have nothing. Because, Mike over here, you didn't have nothing. I said, well, I'm just letting you know what the damn tell them. So, you
said you will let him know what to tell them. That
yes,
they use the
you need to know how to fight. Let them.
Okay.
I told you what happened. So what fucked them up was they had that little amount, and they tried to point on the dash cam where they thought the cocaine was when they was pursuing me, and the judge was like, "That's not the same." So then they wanted to offer me a plea bargain.
Okay.
And I knew then, like, okay, I got you, motherfuckers. They offered me, I think it was 5 serve 2.
What does that mean?
They
Like,
offered
you
me
go
like
2 years in jail?
yeah, they give me 5 years and I served 2 and then like 3 on parole or probation or some shit like that. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not doing it. I told my lawyer that because he came to me and told me the deal. So when he went and told him I turned it down, they offered him another one. I even heard the DA say, well, he's gonna be an old man when he get out. And I'm like, oh, well, bitch, you'll be dead. Well, so he said, all right, we'll drop the cocaine and still give him 5, serve 2. So I'm like, well, what the fuck is the difference then? Okay, y'all got to work. We're going to go for it. So my brother, I'm like, oh, you might want to take it. I'm like, I'm not sending myself to jail. If I go to jail, it's going to be all or nothing, and the judge going to send me. I'm not going to sign up to send myself to jail because I really did not see myself going to jail. I didn't believe that shit. It was
Everything that you had done, you didn't see yourself going to jail. I just want to make sure you're correct.
Yeah, I didn't, everything that I did not see myself going to jail, and I was guilty of all that shit. But I just didn't see myself going to jail. What really, really helped me out is him doing the stupid shit that he did. I had never been arrested for any of that shit before. And he had just gotten fired from the county sheriff department for doing some racist shit.
Oh.
Yeah, he shot up his own police car and said a black dude did it, and then he shot at the black dude. Yeah. So they fired him.
He also looks like he tampers with evidence a lot. Yeah.
Well, no, he didn't bring the cocaine in the courthouse. The district attorney, the whole prosecution, they did that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was no way. We left court at like 4 or 5 that evening, and we lived 2.5, 3 hours south of Atlanta at that time. The crime lab was closed. There's no way you went there that evening or that morning, the next morning, and got back with the cocaine in order, you know what I'm saying, to present it to the jury or whatever. So, you know, when I was telling him that, he was like, I got it. He's like, I got it. So he got up and said the shit. But, you know, that's when I got scared. Like, okay, now y'all playing. Because there was no cocaine in the courtroom. They ran over that shit coming behind me.
Silly. Okay. So you going to feed me today in this lifetime before the interview's over?
If you let me get to that, you
and the butter knife?
Huh? Yeah, because you asked me about the struggle meal.
Right there.
Where? Oh.
I didn't know if Jesus needed to shine a light on them or something.
Nah, but I'm going to tell you this. We let chicken cook for a long time. You'll fuck around and get that what is it, salmonella?
If you cook it too long?
No, if you don't cook it long enough. That's why I said we let it cook a long time.
First of all, it was pre-cooked. All you had to do was heat it.
Oh, we done fucked this up.
You
What
did he say?
He said
don't. He said don't tell me how to cook the chicken.
No,
I could cook the chicken. What'd you say about the cat? What'd you say about the cat? You said the cat, the tail, the what?
Yeah, well,
the what?
No, well, that's when I was a chef. But you turned me into a guest on your show, Oprah, and that's when I said fuck the chicken.
Okay, so
I don't even know if this gonna be good.
No, it's not. You don't add seasoning to your chicken.
For what? That's Tyson's job. You see it already. Didn't you say it was pre-cooked?
I just want to eat. I want to eat before the episode's over. I want to discriminate hardly on your dish.
Oh, well, you gonna do that.
And I want to be you, how you are with the 600-pound lifers.
Because I'm not eating this. I want you to know that now.
Why?
Because I don't want I ate
You're gonna eat this because this is what you ate when you was broke.
And I'm not broke anymore, so now it's your turn.
No. When was the last time you ate a dish like this?
2016.
Okay, well, welcome back to the broke club.
Boy, I tell you the truth. No, it's my phone ringing. That's what I'm talking. No, I'm not eating this. I'm gonna give it to you.
No, you gotta take one bite, Justin.
Why? Look, I don't want this. I don't want this broke shit to rub off on me anymore, and I might not make no more money, and I might have to start eating this again.
Nah, man. Everyone has had to take a bite of their own. It may jog your memory. You may get a cool classic memory, a flashback.
Yeah, I don't want those. That was a lot of sleepless
What are you,
nights.
vegan now?
Hell no. I eat everything.
But you're broke dish.
Huh? Yeah. Nah, I'm lying.
Okay, good. Because I was starting to feel like I couldn't trust the meal for a second. You know, when someone else don't eat it, you be like, I can't trust it.
Shit. I gotta get me one of those. I like that for real. I cook for real now. Oh shit. I cook for real now. I don't cook this shit here. I cook for real now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
Because you looked at the seasonings like they were foreign. So.
Yeah, for that, I'm not seasoning up no shit that I gotta thaw out or whatever. I mean, like that. Now, regular chicken, like
Okay,
a whole chicken.
we're gonna see what it tastes like without seasoning.
So you put seasoning on your shit like that for real?
First of all, I always buy my chicken raw,
Okay.
but for the sake of helping you out.
No, like this, I'm not seasoning this. But if I go and buy me like chicken breast or chicken wings or something like that, yes, I'm gonna season it, and I got a lot of seasoning for that.
Okay, let's see.
But this here ain't shit. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Okay.
You didn't even bring me nothing to put some gravy with.
First of all, you said you don't let your meal ingredients touch.
Well, you put
I'm scared to go to your house
you
for
put
dinner.
gravy on rice. You scared to go to my house for what?
For dinner. You're gonna serve yourself a plate, sir.
Oh my God.
Jeez, don't be bougie.
You asked what I ate when I was broke.
Yeah, well, you ain't broke. That's why you on this show.
No,
but
well, okay.
what?
Nothing.
Say it. Don't hold back.
No, I don't want the wrong people to see this and start asking for shit. Because, you know, that's when people need favors and shit. I don't. You know, sometimes I like to still call people and ask for shit. And I don't even need it.
Like what?
Money.
You'll call someone and be like, "Let me hold 500."
Just to keep it out there so they won't fucking ask me. I beat them to it. Yeah, and they be
But
like,
what happens if they give it to you?
appreciate it.
Is that how you judge like your loyal?
But I
ones?
have to deal with a lot of bullshit behind it because they know I like expensive shit. So you stop buying this. And I be like, bitch, I don't even need it. I just don't want you to ever ask me because they see me living nice. Like, I buy something and they figure, oh, well, he has money to buy that, so maybe he has something to loan me.
So you beat him to it.
Yeah.
So before you
if
hang
you
up the
just
phone,
act
you be
broke.
like, "Oh, by the way, let me $5."
Yeah, just act broke. I tell them all my clothes come from the flea market because they pay attention to my brands and stuff. I'm like, this is fake shit. Why would I pay that much for that? Now, my mom and them know better because they know I'm not finna wear nothing fake. But other people, like, and I don't know if they know it better too. They just be like, okay.
So your family now, are they proud of you?
Yeah, now. Everybody. My dad, oh my goodness. You ought to see him. He loved for people to ask, am I his son? Because of the videos and stuff, when he go anywhere like the doctor's office. One day
Tell the story.
He calls me. He was at the doctor's office and they called him to come in the back and they heard his last name. So all the nurses and the people in the back asked him when he was on his way out, is that your son? Or are you related to him or something like that? Made his fucking day. So anywhere he goes and they have to ask him his last name, or he has to mention his last name and they ask him, or is it in relation to it? He calls me or he send me a text. He fucking loves that.
Aww. Do you love that he loves it?
Yeah, because I never thought I was gonna make him proud of anything because of how hard he was on me growing up, and now I know why. But you know, I just didn't ever think I was gonna be good enough or do anything good enough for him. My mama didn't give a fuck. Like I'm mama's boy. She loved me if I don't.
Sell
do shit.
Avon.
Well, yeah, because
She love you if you
she
sell
loved
Avon?
me anyway.
Okay.
But she don't condone it, but she loved me anyway.
Okay.
But yeah. They're
So
proud.
do you and him, like, do you share all your accomplishments with him?
Oh, yeah. We have a great relationship now. I'm actually about to buy him his first Rolex now. I'm going to buy him his before I buy my own.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, he, all I ever heard him say he wanted when I was growing up was a Range Rover and a Rolex. So in my prayers every night, I pray to God that you allow me to buy him both of those while he still can enjoy it.
Oh, I love that.
So if I don't, you know what I'm saying, if I don't get to buy it for myself right now, I'm cool with it. I just want to buy it for him.
I love that.
So yeah, that's.
So does he know it's coming?
No, so he ain't gonna see this shit no way. He don't watch nothing but Andy Griffith, the news, and that's it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he don't watch your stuff.
No,
Well, we're gonna turn this into a little clip.
no, he don't watch.
When
none
are
of
you giving him the Rolex?
Well, I'm trying to see. My parents' anniversary is March the 20th, but
Okay.
I don't want to give it to him then because I can't afford to give him and my mama one, even though she don't really give a fuck about one. But
So
I
you're
don't
gonna wait
wanna,
till like after.
yeah,
right
maybe
after.
Father's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
Damn, that's a while away. That's like June.
yeah, that ain't that far.
Okay.
You know, I can put a little more with it and get a better one. But
Okay.
you know,
I like that.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe Father's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, probably Father's Day.
You want to turn off the stove before you burn down everything?
It's
I didn't have no faith in you. I'm sorry. All right, let's try this food. Eat it. Eat it.
I love the way that sound.
Only in the A. Only in the A.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Boys, that's good. Oh, you ain't. That's good.
Take a bite. Take a bite.
Man. Okay, it
You
tastes.
bougie now. You bougie. You need to keep this in your. Oh my God, this is the worst chicken I've ever had.
Well, you fucking cook something in and let me be the judge. You
Yo,
the
let me
chef.
tell you something. This is the driest chicken I've ever had in my
Well,
life.
you should have put some canola oil or something on instead of this damn butter that was going to brown and dry up.
Let me tell you. This is like chicken jerky.
This is the last time I ever do something nice for your ass. I said this back when I was broke. I ain't say nothing about it was good. I ain't say nothing about I was a gourmet chef. I said this is what I used to get, especially when your sister let you use some of her stamps. You go get shit like that.
I'm glad you're a trooper and you ate it.
Oh, I'm not eating the rest of that shit.
I was going to say what keeps you humble, but I don't know if that's possible.
Oh, no, I'm very humble. Don't let this shit fool you.
Did you see what he said? I'm not going to eat it. All right, so you're very humble?
Yeah, I'm not going to eat it because I know there's some food in the back.
Where?
In the kitchen.
Oh, you mean the Popeyes that's coming?
Yeah. I want to save room for the good chicken. But no, I don't know. What will keep me humble? What keeps me humble, to be honest? My daddy used to always just say shit like, no matter what, somebody's doing better. Somebody has more. So why brag about what you got? Just enjoy it and keep going.
I like that.
So I don't brag about shit. If people say, oh, you have a nice car, a nice truck, or, oh, that's nice. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I really don't know how to accept compliments either.
You don't know how to say thank you?
No, I know how to say thank you, but that's just, I say thank you because that's the polite thing to do. But as far as letting it download into my brain, I don't have a bunch of compliments embedded in my head. I'm not full of myself at all.
Okay.
So,
I like that for you.
I take it and go on.
You are so much fun. I had
Really?
such a great time with you today.
Oh, well, I appreciate that because I had fun talking about me going to jail. Because I don't know about these wild moose. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I also appreciate you allowing me to laugh at your accent for the first 10 minutes.
No, I didn't allow it. It's just this your show, and I figured, hell, since I drove 45 minutes out here, I might as well stick around.
You said what? You might as well stick
Yeah,
around?
I might as well stick around. I've been out here 45 minutes. Shit. So.
I really, really, really like you. Thank you so much for taking time out of your crazy schedule to bless us with your presence and some dry chicken. I'm glad I put you onto the rice cooker.
Yeah, even though it looks like the little shit that you warm candles on, I'm gonna go and get me one.
Get one, for real.
Yeah, because it's enough rice to feed 2 people.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Well,
And it keeps it warm all day. I just discovered it like a month ago.
So I don't do jasmine rice. Is it gonna make my rice stay?
Try it. Did you like that jasmine rice? You didn't even
Yeah.
try it because
Yes,
you're
I
so
did.
bougie. Just take a bite, Justin.
No, it's not. It don't have nothing to do with bougie. It's just nothing on this. This just like
you just said you don't mix your ingredients. Just put it in your mouth.
This
please.
gonna be like eating a napkin.
Put it in your mouth.
You gonna burp and it ain't gonna remind you of nothing.
In your mouth.
See, I knew it. Air. Chewable air.
Well, thank you. Do you like jasmine rice?
When I'm eating hibachi or something like that, yeah.
Okay. All
I
right.
cook a little bit now.
We gonna see.
Yeah.
We gonna see. Thank you so much for your time. Thank y'all listeners. Peace out.